Once upon a time in a quiet little village, there lived an old man named Henry. He was known for his kindness, wisdom, and ever-present smile. No matter what happened, Henry always seemed happy. The villagers admired him and often came to him for advice. One day, a young man named Leo approached Henry and asked, "Sir, I've always wondered, why are you always happy? No matter what happens, you never seem sad. Don't you ever feel bad when things go wrong?" Henry smiled gently and replied, "My dear boy, life is full of ups and downs. Some days bring joy and others bring sorrow. But I have learned that true happiness comes from within, not from what happens around us." Leo was puzzled. "What do you mean? How can you be happy when bad things happen?" Henry took a deep breath and began telling a story from his own life. "When I was young, I had a beautiful family, a loving wife, and two wonderful children. We weren't rich, but we were happy. One day my wife fell ill, and we didn't have enough money for the treatment she needed. We tried everything, but she passed away. It was the saddest day of my life. I felt lost and broken, and I thought I would never smile again." Leo listened carefully as Henry continued. "For a long time I lived in sorrow, but one day I realized that my sadness wouldn't bring my wife back. My children needed me, and I needed to find a way to be happy again. So I decided to see life differently. I understood that both joy and sorrow are part of life, but I wouldn't let sadness steal my happiness." Leo looked at Henry in awe. "But how did you do that?" he asked. Henry chuckled. "Every morning when I wake up, I tell myself, today is a new day, and I will find something to be happy about. Some days it's harder than others, but I always find something, even if it's small. Maybe the sun is shining. Maybe I hear a bird singing, or maybe I see a friend's smiling face. There is always something to be thankful for." Leo thought about what Henry had said. "But what if something really bad happens? How can you still be happy?" Henry nodded. "It's not easy, but I remind myself that nothing lasts forever, not even the bad times. When difficult moments come, I tell myself, this too shall pass. Instead of focusing on what I've lost, I focus on what I still have, my health, my friends, and the simple gift of being alive. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to focus on the bad and be sad, or you can find the good and be happy. It's not always easy, but it is always possible." Leo thanked Henry for his wise words and left with a new perspective. From that day on, he tried to find something good in every situation, just as Henry had taught him. Slowly, he noticed a change. Even when things didn't go as planned, he learned to stay positive and find happiness in the little things. As Henry's wisdom spread throughout the village, more and more people began to understand that happiness wasn't about wealth or luck. It was about how they chose to see life. Over time, the village became a happier place, all because of one wise old man who taught them the secret to true happiness. Happiness is a choice, and no matter how difficult life may be, we can always find joy in the small things.